Hello, brilliant one. I'm Tara-Nicholle Nelson, the CEO of Soul Tour and founder of the School of Spiritual Strategy. You are here because you are a connector. But before I brief you on what that means, let me give you a little bit of context. I know the first time I learned about my archetypes, I was like, whoa, wait, who put my business in the streets? So prepare to feel resonance and to feel seen. And also prepare to understand yourself and your own unconscious patterns at a life-changing level of insight. Before we begin, know this. Each sacred money archetype is a pattern of power within you that contains a complete set of stories, beliefs, motivations, fears, strengths, and challenges. Archetypes are essentially neutral patterns of the human psyche. None of the archetypes are good or bad, better or worse, or even more or less capable of creating wealth than any others. You'll get maximum mileage out of working with your archetypes if you can approach them with radical acceptance. We're not here to fix or change anything about yourself because you're not broken. You came here exactly as designed by the divine, and every experience you've ever had, even the experience of watching this video right now, is part of your sacred contract to learn, be, do, have, create, whatever it is you came here for. So my mission is to help you identify the traits and characteristics that are authentically already deeply within you, your divine money code, so that you can start playing to your strengths and stop getting blindsided by your challenges. Today, you will learn insights and revelations that transform the way you think about yourself, your money, and even your relationships, because the way you do money is the way you do everything. All right, now let's talk about your connector archetype. Your connector is your inner relationship broker, your inner relationship creator. Relationships are your jam. Connectors hold the place in our world of modeling what faith and optimism look like. They have a naturally abundant worldview and an ease in their relationship with money that other archetypes admire. Connector, your faith and optimism that money will always be available keeps you from feeling much, if any, financial stress. Yet the same beautiful innocence and trust that everything is always working out for you can become imbalanced, creating a lack of financial independence or causing you to blindly ignore and trust the handling of your financial details to other people. In extreme situations, this tendency to ignore money matters can make you vulnerable of being taken advantage of financially, or it can just keep you from creating the wealth that is your divine inheritance. Although you're not really likely to be troubled about either of these possibilities, which is a wonderful thing. Your sacred strengths are that you are deeply trusting, innocent in a wonderful way, and resilient. You also have a natural superpower of creating relationships that are valuable to you in all sorts of ways, and you live free from the money stresses and anxieties that so many other people have. At extremes, connectors can exhibit a lack of financial independence, a feeling of overwhelm at the prospect of even basic financial details, and just a general sense of disempowerment with respect to money. But here's a new lens for you. Since money is such a beautiful aspect of fully accessing your divine power, why not focus a little bit of energy on educating yourself, demystifying money matters, and taking care of your basic financial needs? Your payoff will be an even deeper sense of self-love, self-respect, and self-worth. See if any of this resonates. Your connection to others helps you create long-term relationships that generate income. You're pretty happy when someone else is making the money decisions for you, and you often wish you didn't have to think so much about making or managing money. You are more likely motivated internally to be taken care of financially than you are driven to create financial independence. You can have a tendency to avoid facing your money situation in hopes it'll just improve on its own. And you can easily fall into feeling disempowered or inadequate when it comes to money topics. You believe deeply that you will always be taken care of financially, which is actually wonderful. But at extremes, this can veer into sort of tra-la-la, ignoring your finances. And this is the best thing about you care more about heart-to-heart connections than you'll ever care about making money. Now, in the world of the archetypes, a sacred money contract is like your curriculum or lesson plan your soul agreed to learn when it came here. For you, connector, your sacred money contract is to empower your own financial independence through the power of relationships. Leveraging the power of relationships is the part that just comes so naturally to you. But the financial independence part, that's your opportunity for growth. So here's a writing prompt for you that I want you to journal to today. What are 3 qualities you appreciate in the people who have assisted you financially in the past? And in what specific ways would your life change if you adopted these qualities for yourself, if you cultivated them in yourself? Write about that. And try adding this declaration into your daily ritual or your meditation mantra practice. The more comfortable I get with money, the more I empower myself. All right, so that's your special briefing on your connector archetype. I want to take a moment and circle back and just make sure we don't lose sight of why the archetypes are so important in the first place. The flow of money and wealth are signs of spiritual well-being, but the power of the archetypes is so much deeper than that because the way you do money is the way you do everything. So now that you see yourself and your money patterns with this new clarity, I want to invite you to go even deeper. Self-knowledge is just the first step on this path. It takes the integration of self-knowledge with the tools and rituals I call spiritual strategies to activate this new clarity, unblock your money, and start mastering your life. The moment you make the commitment to this journey, the commitment to integrate spirit and strategy, self-knowledge and radical acceptance, you begin to create your new reality. That's the moment you start standing in your own power. That's the moment when you stop refusing your callings. It's the moment you start receiving your divine downloads, when ease and flow and well-being and miracles flow into your experience just like they're natural and normal, because they are. And that's the moment you begin to unravel, unlearn, release, and rewire your resistance and scarcity and unworthiness, all those limiting inner narratives. Remember, connector, you called this wisdom in because you are ready for it. In fact, I believe you are more than ready to create a breakthrough for yourself. In my School of Spiritual Strategy, I offer coaching programs and courses on life mastery, business mastery, and how to use tools like the sacred money archetypes and the law of attraction as gateways to both. So I invite you to take the next step and to hop on the phone with someone from my team for a 15-minute spiritual strategy session, where we can kind of help you figure out which of our programs or packages is right for you and where you are now versus who you are becoming and where you want to be. You'll find a link to schedule a call right below this video. It's time to start creating your new reality. Let's talk about how we can work together to accelerate your life mastery and your financial freedom. And until then, keep your head up and your heart out.